willing to give up that story. Mahilig ho kami ng mga ganong kwentuhan kasi we learn a lot from stories in the past, in the dialogues with panel chair Iqbal and even with the GPH. When they tell us stories, we kind of get a clearer picture of what's happening. Of course, we would respect some of the points where confidentiality need to be honored, and but because that has been signed, ano ho nangyari? Bakit ho napirmahan? After 9 months ba yun? Did you count 9 months na, in the making?
So, with gaya ng nasabi nyo, that as you have said, we are very happy that at least now, one of the main annex, yung wealth sharing, were able to sign. Alam natin, we all know that unless these annexes, the wealth sharing, power sharing, and the normalization will be finally crafted and signed, we cannot move forward for the basic law unless all these annexes will be finalized. That is the very reason why when there was this lull in the peace process, there was quite a long delay, because we were expecting that before election there will be a signing of at least the wealth sharing, because the reason why is there was already a draft consensus point, in fact, by the TWG on wealth sharing. It was forwarded to the peace panel, and then the TWG was joined by 2 members each of the peace panel, to review the consensus point, and it was in fact initiated by the TWG and the 2 panel members from both sides. So we were thinking that the wealth sharing issue had been settled already upon this initialing before the election. I think that was April, in the last meeting in April. So that is why when there was this issue of postponing the talks, the exploratory talks, prior to the election, we did not see it as a logical move, because we feel that it is very important in our mind. We feel that signing the wealth sharing before the election, in our own interpretation, will boost the administration candidates campaign. So we disagree with the issue that it will be postponed. But then after that, there was this last meeting in April, but it was only an executive meeting. It did not push through with the exploratory. So we just content ourselves that the statements from the other side, from the government side, that they want the exploratory talk or after the election, immediately after the election. So election came in May, and we were waiting patiently because we were presuming that immediately after the election, then the exploratory talk will be scheduled. But well, to our we were became quite impatient because we have been waiting for a long time, and even you also in the civil societies have been observing the process, and we all know that delaying the process will have several impact on especially on the transition mechanism, especially on the so that is why we were very much worried. And then in June, I was invited to be one of the speakers